पल तो हर लड़की की लाइफ में आता है जब उसमें औरत बनने की चाहत जाग उठती है।
रिहाना बीदी और मेरा गाना 7 थिंग्स से इंस्पायर है।
लो आ गई भोपाल की ब्रिटनी नंबर 3।
I'm Alankrita Shrivastava. I'm a filmmaker from Bombay in India, and I'm here with my film that's called Lipstick Under My Burkha, and it's the story of 4 women from small town India who are in search of a little freedom. It's about the 4 of them having secret dreams and secret desires and trying to break free from the confines of their life. I thought that rather than explore this feeling through characters who belong to exactly the same world as me, I might as well explore it through a milieu that is slightly different from mine, and a milieu where there are actually external constraints to a woman's life. Her life is much more boxed in, and she has to really adhere to what she's supposed. So, what society expects her to do, what her family expects her to do, and I wanted to find that sort of common thread between my inner turmoil and conflict and the turmoil and conflict of women who have external issues as well. And I think that was a very interesting process for me, because I just realized that actually it's really about winning from within. That even if they have external sort of barriers, eventually they have to find the courage, within their own sort of hearts to break free. So essentially this whole struggle about wanting agency and wanting a little bit of freedom, that's what I wanted to explore. In India, to exhibit your film theatrically in theatres as well as on television, you need to get something called there's a certification required, and there's a board called the Central Board of Film Certification, and their job is to watch films and certify a film and say, okay, this is an adult film, this is a universal film, or whatever. After watching the film for the first time, they sent me a letter a few days later saying that they have decided that they cannot certify the film they gave some weird, very strangely worded sort of letter, and one of the key things in that letter was that the film is lady oriented, and that was really quite ridiculous. So obviously for me it was very telling of a sort of the way the board functions, that they have a very, very patriarchal mindset, and they're really obviously out to sort of stifle any kind of alternative way of looking at things, because in India the popular cultural narrative is very male dominated, and everything's really very much through the popular culture is really created through the male gaze mostly. So there's a lot of objectification of women, and there's this whole culture of the item song and things like that. So a film which doesn't fit into that paradigm, and it talks about things that in India films don't really talk about, such intimate things about a woman's experience, her own personal experience through her own eyes. I'm very, very happy to be here in Glasgow. It's lovely, and I think I'm definitely going to come back to Glasgow, because I feel like this 2-3 days of the film festival is not time enough. And everyone has been so warm and so welcoming, and I feel especially at this moment in time when there's so much turmoil going on about the film, I really feel very embraced, and I feel like it's very important for my film that actually, while all that is going on in India, the film is actually showing at a wonderful and beautiful festival like Glasgow. It's just very poetic for me that, okay, no matter what's going on there, at least the film is, being shown somewhere else at the same time.